About that, you get to do it all over again in a week.
At the same venue, as a matter of fact, at Memphis. And so those two teams will be meeting in the championship game. Had Cincinnati
make plays, obviously, with his legs, and then, you know, he has been a more than accurate passer this year, 54% on the season.
Perry spearheading that triple option, which you'll see very often from it.
Tell you what, he went to work in the offseason. They committed to him in January going into the offseason, and he embraced it, owned it. It's his football team.
On 3rd and 3, a little pitch play to the near side. They needed the 35, and it looks to be short. That is Carruthers. Carruthers, the fullback, behind Perry, who will lunge forward and should have enough. He ran behind the captain, Ford Higgins, the senior center, who's been so good for him this year. We take a look at tonight's impact players, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Andre just mentioned David Forney and Emil Fleming, a guy to keep an eye out for, number 5 on that defensive line. It's Perry looking to pass. Perry got some wiggle in his game to go along with that great speed, and the shifty one gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain for Houston. He said he is the best open field runner in this league. Not even close. Little pitch play far side, and that time Houston has it bottled up. C.J. Williams.
Not ideal, an ideal situation for Malcolm Perry and this offense.
Perry looking to throw under pressure, now going to tuck it and run, and here's where the fun begins. Past midfield to the 40, weaving his way inside the 30, 15, and shoved out of bounds inside the 10-yard line by Owens. And he might be on his way to another monster performance in this ball game. He only goes 5'9", $190, but he is slippery. To the fullback, and Carruthers will walk it in, nearly untouched.
Fortunately, this is going to cost him some field position here as Navy starts inside the 30-yard line.
Great spot for Navy to start. Perry looking to throw. Perry slippery and finally tripped up, goes down.
Every single week of this year, and this is his type of game.
One of just 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Houston. They'll return 20 of 22 starters next year. To the near side, and racing down the sideline is C.J. Williams.
Team that missed a beat.
Important thing is they still have number 10 healthy, Malcolm Perry, who's under center here on 3rd down and 8. Little pitch play near side, 25-20, and weaving his way near the sticks. Houston's coaching staff saying because they have to play Navy, they've been working on option defense going all the way back to the spring. Carruthers straight up the gut, and Carruthers again nearly untouched for another score. And the guy to my right knows a thing or two about the Heisman Trophy. The 1989 winner, Andre Ware. And his throw is right on target, and an over-the-shoulder catch inside the 20 and down to the 15. Keone Cordell. Here's what you need to know about Navy's offense of the triple option. Obviously, they run a ton. And here's Perry running and shifting, and Perry finding pay dirt. Wow, that was fast. Auburn wins it, so we can now cease any more conversation about Alabama making it to another playoff. They are out. Perry is still in, and that's bad news for the Houston defense as he wiggles his way to another.
Moving around like that and making defenders miss in the manner in which he does.
What a weapon. Hands off to Carruthers here, and a ball squirts out late.
And they're going to call him down, but to the travel roster, he just had to kind of earn his way, and when they put him in at fullback, it started to open up a lot of things in this offense.
It's Carruthers again, and again stacked up near the line of scrimmage.
45%.
Sometimes punter Owen White just gets bored on the sideline. He's only punted 31 times all year. Perry, little pitch. Pitch was off target, and this play is going to go nowhere. C.J. Williams dropped for a loss.
His throws are the easiest, right? When you have a guy running wide open, or you just need to touch one over the top.
Perry rocked near the line of scrimmage and tied up. Nelson Smith in the game behind Perry. Instead, it's going to be a little pitch play to Williams. Williams trying to get to the edge. Can't do it. Ridden down from behind. Great pursuit. And Smith in the backfield for Navy. Little pitch play and an easy path to the end zone. Touchdown, C.J. Williams. Kevin, good stuff, and certainly Auburn defeating Alabama that's a good thing right there. If you're Oklahoma, and if somehow Colorado could pull off a stunning upset, that would be outstanding for somebody in the Big 12, whether it's Oklahoma or Baylor. We actually have had a punt and a field goal.
Yeah,
so
surprise.
The game has calmed down a little bit. Perry back to pass, deep drop, now running for his life and tripped up for a sack. Great pursuit. 5 tackles for loss for that Houston defense thus far. A 3rd down and 22. And off to Carruthers. And we might see a second
Team, of course, absolutely. That doesn't mean that, you know, once the season's over, he doesn't enter that baby.
That's right. And he has been working on the scout team. He represented one Malcolm Perry this week, who tucks it and is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit there by
Heat up.
Really is.
Navy carving them up early, but not so much right now.
And they've got a lot of help on the way. Pitch play, and look at that stop there. Absolutely. That Houston defense did stiffen up later in that first half. We'll see how they start here in the start of the 3rd quarter, and it's a pretty good run for Carruthers. Daylight ahead. Foot race will be won by Jamel Carruthers.
He's pulling away from the defense.
The hat trick.
Navy punching them in for, you know, punching 7s on the scoreboard, and you're attempting field goals. Eventually, that comes back to catch up with you and bite you.
Pitch play, and there is Carruthers. Carruthers changing sides. Field penalty flag on the play as he's brought down at the 20-yard line. Nelson Smith in the game on 1st down and 20. And it's Perry going to keep it. Brought down at the 17-yard line.
Swing this possession in your favor when you get Navy behind the down and distance marker. So the Cougars needing to get off the field here.
Perry, late toss, and out to the 28-yard line is Miles Fells. First time we've called his name tonight.
And I mean,
you would not. Hour special, and it all starts at noon Eastern time. With Andre Ware and Taylor Davis, I'm Mike Morgan. Navy on offense on a 3rd down and short. I'll update you on the injury in a moment as Perry stopped short, stonewalled right near the line of scrimmage. And young man that they highlighted when we talked to the coaches, Andre.
Yeah.
He stands out above the rest on that defense this year. On 4th down, I don't think so. Great surge by the Houston defensive line. In Baton Rouge right now, it's 34-0 LSU.
Maybe that's why he's here.
We'll see if the shirt stays on the rest of the night. He might not want to wear it if he's watching that game on the ESPN app. In the country, slow them down. On 2nd and short, Perry, little pitch, and it's Carruthers.
Untouched runs.
Former Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Kentucky out of Bowling Green. Move the chains, Navy on the move. Perry with time. Goes over the middle, has a man, and then it's knocked free. Wow. What a shot, and a clean one at that.
All the way to the sideline, he's giving me the business.
On 2nd down, Perry, a little reverse action. Into the hands of Walker. Walker sprinting ahead past the 47 and down to the 48-yard line.
Time left, partner.
If there was any questioning Navy's motivation after finding out Memphis won that game yesterday, no problem. Carruthers, and that is a rarity. Carruthers actually dropped for a loss. Let's see what the midshipmen dial up here on 2nd down and long. Nobody. Now Perry will tuck it and run. Boy, is he slippery. Perry down the sideline and then stops on a dime. Had a bad
Another position for a while.
He sure did, yeah. Carruthers again barely touched and again finding the end zone. Another touchdown for the sophomore.
Well, he's going to be moving. So what you start out seeing is not what's going to be there when you snap the football.
Houston could certainly use a stop here. Good luck trying to get one against Jamel Cariz. I actually felt there just a moment ago. A lot of breeze provided by both these offenses going up and down the field. Navy has been unstoppable in the second half, and Perry uncorks a deep ball, and that time incomplete. Intended for him.
He did it at the right time, second and short.
Yep. Perry keeps it, and looked like he stopped short. Running the football tonight.
Their clock's under 10.
Perry keeps it.
It's going to be short again.
I don't think he got it.
One intercepted, throwing late over the middle. And then there he pays, Clayton Tune paid the price.
Short run for Navy. It's hard to compute Utah with really good talent. But look at the NFL draft boards. There's a lot of players on that Utah defense projected to be drafted highly.
Whittingham has done an outstanding job of assembling. And
meanwhile, Carruthers continues to rack up yardage. 13 carries, 160 yards to go with those 4 touchdowns. He's banged around here like a pinball.
Certainly did.
Still a 1-possession game, an 8-point lead for Navy. Perry, late pitch, staggering his way to the 37-yard line.
Triple option attack.
So hard to prepare for. That's what defensive coordinator Joe Coughlin told us. They've been working on it since the spring. But until you see it in person, it's hard to stop. And how about seeing that in person? NFL very soon. I'll move the chains. First down. Perry stops on a dime, wiggles, and breaks free to the 40. Foot to ground, past the 30, and inside the 20. There's just not many men in
Corrections.
That's video game stuff.
It's sick.
For 36 yards. Straight up the gut on first down. You won the Heisman an 80 guy at all.
The stopping, the starting.
Yeah, there's just not many guys in the game of football that can move like that. Look at the numbers again on Perry. 18 for $146 and a touchdown. And now a wide open sideline, path to the end zone, touchdown. Go. Last year, it was the same offense, but they really struggled moving the football. And what a difference this year has been for Navy.
Yeah, I think they got it right on the offensive line as well.
Late pitch by Perry. And sliding down inbound, C.J. Williams, you were just talking about.
So they can utilize the timeouts.
All right, they've got all 3. They've got a full boatload of timeouts, but bottom line is you got to get a stop to make that relevant. That's a start. Stonewalling the line of scrimmage a year ago. You got to make coaching changes, you make quarterback changes, and now they got a chance to win 10 a year later.
Pushed all the right buttons, didn't he?
Absolutely. See if he pushes the right one here. Does he ever? Carruthers in the flat. Carruthers racing down the sideline, weaving his way into the 25 and down. Preseason All-American Conference team now. 217 all-purpose yards for that sophomore.
You know what I like about it? He makes a big play like that, he goes right.
They just thought he wasn't ready yet, but when they needed some speed in this position, they brought him in, and as he said, the rest is history.
Boy, has he ever made a huge impact. And here he is again, and there's number 5. Jamel Cariz. The necessary 6 points thus far for the get 6 that Navy prides itself on. They've been undefeated when they do that. They haven't forced a 3 and out, which is rare because they've done that a number of times this year. But what they have done, the American Conference, got a big championship game coming up next week. Again, it'll be a rematch between Memphis and Cincinnati. And of course, the road to the Cotton Bowl, you've got now Cincinnati wins the revenge game and defeats Memphis.
Yeah.
Now what?
Or the reverse of that.
It certainly would be another chapter of success for what the American.
We're ranked at one point in the season. Whereas Navy, Temple's played some good football. It's been across the board, I think.
At this venue, that streak is over. Navy's going to pick up win number 9. They still have a chance to get to 11, which would tie the school record set back in 2000.